Hey, what's up, guys? George back again to do another CD update. This one is a bootleg CD update. A bunch of live shows that I've gotten over the last couple weeks. Um, I didn't want to do this as part of the regular CD update because I didn't want to make that video over a half hour long. So I figured I'd break it up into two, and we'll go from there. Not as many titles as the regular CD update, but quite a few cool ones. First up, we got two new DVD bootlegs. One is Buck Cherry from the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa from May 27th, 2016. Proshot webcast. Killer set list, full hour and a half show. They do Lit Up, Broken Glass, Bring It On Back, So Far, Out of Line, Sorry, Porno Star, Riding, Tight Pants, Gluttony, Somebody Fucked With Me, The Feeling Never Dies, Crazy Bitch, Say Fuck, or Say Fuck It, and Too Drunk. Pretty killer. These are all on the Livewire Imports label. So that's pretty killer. Really good Proshot live show. Next up is a brand new Turbo Negro. This one is called We Are a Bunch of Motherfuckers. This was a Proshot show from May 14th, 2016 in Germany at the Rock Hard Festival. A bunch of tracks on here, including two new tracks. Special Education, which I really love that song, and Hot for Nietzsche, which is another fucking killer new Turbo Negro song. There's the track listing. But again, Proshot show on DVD. Sounds amazing, looks amazing. Killer. It's amazing how many shows are coming out Proshot every year from new artists. I'm watching one now, Cadaver. I don't know if you can see it. This is from Rock Palace. He caught the end of it. Alright, next up is an upgrade or updated version of Warrior. And this is the Warrior with Vinnie Vincent. This is the CBS demo. I guess it's been newly recovered. There's 6 songs on here. Sounds amazing. Every Vinnie Vincent demo that I've heard over the last 25 years always sounded just okay, production wise. Obviously they were generations old, but this one sounds like it comes right off the master. Boys Gonna Rock, It's Not Pretty, Gypsy in Her Eyes, Back on the Streets, I Need Love, and I can't read that other one. Baby something, but really killer sounding. Early, not as glammy sounding. The bottom of this says Warrior was a band that existed during the spring and summer of 1982 before Kiss snatched Vinnie Vincent. They did this 6-song demo for CBS Records, so it's pretty cool to have. It's a little piece of history that's never been released, so definitely, if you can find this, check it out. Next up is a new, I've seen this before online, but I got these all pretty cheap. Rolling Stones, 2120 South Michigan Ave, the 1964 Chess Studio Sessions. 26 songs recorded at Chess Studios in 1964. Sounds like, I mean, it sounds like an album. It sounds killer. Um, there is one live track on here that they tacked on at the end for some reason, but June 10th and 11th is the first 16 tracks that were recorded, I would imagine, live in Chess. But they do It's All Over Now. Just tons of shit, man, on here. Confessing the Blues, Around and Round. Then there's one from November 8th, 64, where they do like Goodbye Girl, Time's on My Side, a different version, Little Red Rooster, and then they tacked on May 65, where they do the Under Assistant West Coast Promotion Man, which is one of my favorite Stones tunes. Mercy Mercy, a second version of that. There's 26 songs on here, 26 studio songs and one live track. This is fantastic. If you like the old Stones bluesy shit, I would suggest trying to find this. There is versions out there with a different cover, but killer. Next up is one that I had seen here and there. I never did anything with it or never found it, out in the wild. But Ozzy Osbourne, The Bark at the Moon, the rough mixes with Jakey Lee. This has 11 tracks on it, including Spiders and one up the B-side, and an introduction by Ozzy at the beginning of it. I guess this was sent out to the record label as a work in progress type thing. Pretty killer. It's a little rawer sounding than the album. Production's fantastic on it. It sounds amazing. It is a different mix of the record, basically. Killer artwork. And that back cover's killer too. But definitely check this out if you can find this out there. A couple of Kiss ones. All Shook Up in San Francisco, 1977. This is an upgrade of the 1977 show. I think recorded the night Elvis passed away, August 16th, 1977. 22 tracks on Godfather Records. Again, soundboard, upgraded version of the one that's been out for years. This is fantastic too. Classic Kiss, back when they kicked ass. Cool artwork. The front covers are actually the Evolution book from Alive 2, I believe. But killer. And Alive in Tokyo 77. This is obviously meant to be Alive 2. This is professionally recorded by whoever. I guess whoever recorded Alive 2 before they went in and remixed and dubbed, guitars, other guitars and vocals. Then this is the actual show. Some of this show was used for Alive 2, but obviously, like I said, it was overdubbed and maybe tracks re-sung, maybe. But it has Take Me on it, which wasn't on Alive 2. And I think Do You Love Me? I don't know if that was on Alive 2 or not. I can't remember. This is killer. This sounds fantastic. Also has 5 alternate studio mixes of the 5 studio tracks that were on Alive 2. Larger Than Life, Rocket Ride, All American Man, Any Way You Want It, and Rockin' in the USA. Different mixes of that, which are considerably different than the ones that ended up on the record. But killer. Now the rest are all AC/DC. Like you didn't see that one coming. These are all upgrade FM broadcasts or studio sessions, BBC session stuff First up, one called Gone Shootin' in Columbus. This is the Columbus, Ohio, September 10th, 1978, at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. This was the upgrade FM broadcast. This sounds fucking amazing. It is the Power Age tour, so you get tracks like Gone Shootin', Sin City, Bad Boy Boogie's on here, Rock and Roll Damnation, Dog Eat Dog, Rocker, Let There Be Rock, Problem Child. Fantastic set list. Sounds amazing. Brand new release. All these are all 2016 upgrades, apparently. I don't know how true that is, but they do sound considerably different, I think. Next up is Jailbreak at the Haymarket Festival 1977. This has 6 tracks recorded in New South Wales, Australia on January 1st, 77. And then 4 of those tracks taken from a different source. They're all soundboard or FM broadcasts or radio broadcasts. And there are Bon Scott death reports on here as well, like 5 bonus tracks or something like that. Another amazing sounding show, especially for that early. Definitely check this out. I love that cover. I've never seen that picture before. Another killer one. This one's called Lock Up Your Daughter's Tour 1976. Yeah, Lock Up Your Daughter's Tour 1976. This starts out with the BBC studio on June 3rd, 1976, where they do High Voltage, Live Wire, Can I Sit Next to You Girl, and Little Lover. There has been copies of this floating around with audience added to those tracks, which never made any sense to me because they were recorded live in the studio. But these are without the audience added in, so it's just them in the studio jamming, and it sounds fantastic. They almost sound like studio tracks, like alternate studio tracks, but killer. And it ends with a I think it's an 8-song set from Barbarella's Club in Birmingham on July 31st, 1976. And they do Rock and Roll Singer, She's Got Balls, which they haven't done in years, Live Wire, Jailbreak, Rocker, High Voltage, and Baby Please Don't Go. And that sounds great too. Again, it's an FM broadcast or radio broadcast, upgraded this year, I guess. I don't know where these, I guess maybe in Australia they started playing this shit on the radio again, but you know, God forbid the radio stations in America do that. Next up is Holland Damnation 78. This is from Nigel, I guess. Holland, I don't know how you say that. October 30th, 1978. Again, the Power Age tour, which is my favorite tour. So you get the same set list as the other one. You know, Rock and Roll Damnation, Gone Shootin', Sin City, High Voltage. High Voltage, the Jacks on here, Live Wire. Again, another upgrade. Another fantastic upgrade. Sounds killer. This one's called Shot Down in Holland. This is from Amsterdam, November 12th, 1979. And this is on the Highway to Hell tour. Killer artwork on these things. You get Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, Shot Down in Flames, Sin City, Walk All Over You, which is killer. Highway to Hell, Girls Got Rhythm, a whole lot of Rosie, Let There Be Rock, Rocker. Again, another upgrade. Sounds like a live album. Really killer. Amazing. It was good to get all these. As an AC/DC fan, it is. And lastly, a brand new one out on Lost and Found Records. This is a 4-disc set of 2 shows from May 13th and May 16th of this year. And it's called Axel or Bust. The first show is from Marseilles, France. That sounds okay. It's an audience, but it sounds pretty good. But the second one's from Belgium on the 16th. Sounds amazing for an audience. It just sounds really good for an audience thing. It says 100 copies on here, but we all know that it's a CDR release, which most of these are anyway. But you know, people copy the shit out of this stuff anymore, so that is a brand new title. They're all brand new titles, but that's the newest show that I have. I got this yesterday. Pretty killer. It's cool to have. I wish there was some soundboard stuff. I know they've been filming a lot. The band has been filming a lot over the European tour, so I don't know if they're filming for a live DVD now, or I know the London show's coming up. There's talk of that being filmed for an upcoming Blu-ray DVD thing. I had originally heard it was Madison Square Garden when they did the States, when they were doing the States earlier this year. They just announced the dates for the U.S. makeup shows. It looks like I'll be going on September 20th, which is a Tuesday night, and it's the last show, I think. If I remember correctly, it looked like it might have been the last show of that tour. We'll see. I have to look again. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but anyway, that is it for the Bootleg CD update. Like I said in my last video, I'll be doing an LP update. I got some incredible titles in, some stuff I never heard before, some nice blue stuff, one rare piece that I had before and sold when I needed the money. So I was glad to get that back. And a couple other first pressing stuff. But look for that within a week or so. Another CD update will probably be coming by the end of the month. I'll be doing some traveling over the next month or two. Going up to Pittsburgh to do some record shopping out there. Me and Greeno had talked about meeting up at Tom's in Red Lion, PA, or something like that. That might happen before I go away. We just gotta get a date going. But anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the update. Click the thumbs up. If you like the bootleg updates separated from the CD updates, leave me a comment below. Maybe I'll do both from now on. And that is it. Time for me to get ready to go to work. Everybody have a good week. And that's it. Click that thumbs up button. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all real soon. Alright. Peace.